Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, this week has been unbelievable in the number of world events going on. Uh, as far as, first we had the Trump Stammer meeting and then the mass shooter in New York City. And now just most recently, we had an earthquake in Russia that set off tsunami warnings all over the West Coast and especially Hawaii. And absolutely terrifying to think of what being on. I can't even imagine living on the Hawaiian Islands and getting that warning that in a few hours you may have a tsunami just washing you out. It's a 8.8 earthquake, which is record breaking. I've never heard of that high amount of an earthquake on the Richter scale happening. So it's quite terrifying for them. So it was. So I went to find out the latest on Twitter, see what the updates, what was going on. And the first thing that I was greeted with on Twitter was the fact that police were stopping Hawaiian residents from using Oprah Winfrey's road before finally relenting to pressure and opening it. So these people were absolutely terrified. Hi, Tiger Eye. The alarms were going off. I don't know if you saw the video about the alarms. I can show you one. They have these alarms that go off, like bomb, alarms. I mean, so you can imagine just the scenario of these alarms going off, people panicking, and heading for obviously the highest points of the island to expecting the island to just get swallowed up in a huge tsunami. And Oprah has the Maui police, guarding her road to a higher area and not letting panicked people get to safety. They weren't trying to go to her house. They weren't saying, "Hey, Oprah, have us over for dinner." These people are trying to survive, and she actually had the police block people. Yeah. So then, after I saw quite a number of tweets about that, now this isn't the first time Oprah has been heartless during a major catastrophe. So here, this tweet is from about 12 hours ago. It was 12 a.m. So it was supposed to be, overnight here for us on the East Coast. So, look at it. Like, time is running out. You got to get there. And yeah, everybody's in their cars trying to get there. And they have a map of where Oprah's road is in blue here. So look at the difference between the routes. So these people are trying to get to high ground on the right. And there's only two ways to get there. One, the Oprah road in blue. It's a very short way to go, right? You just immediately go to the highest point. And if they're not allowed on that road, they have to go all the way around this red route, which of course takes much longer. And you've got all these cars on the road and backed up, as you can imagine. And the added context now was that Oprah's road is now open now. Yeah, so her road is the most direct way to the highest ground, to get there immediately, as quick as possible, and she was blocking it. Now they're saying today, though, thank God, it wasn't as bad as they'd feared, although they did get to about, in Maui, they got about 5.7 feet of water. And if you look at the bottom of the map, it actually has Santa Barbara at the bottom of 1.1 feet of water. So yeah, the West Coast was spared, it looks like, and only got about a foot of water. But Maui got almost 6 feet of water. But it wasn't as bad as they had worried what was going to happen. So they They got very lucky. And, you know, so as this person put it perfectly here, she said, from what I can gather thus far regarding the tsunami in Hawaii, it appears that it didn't come to fruition as many had predicted. Yeah, because again, there was a lot of fear mongering like they tend to do. I mean, you really thought there was going to be, you thought the whole island was going to get wiped out or something. You didn't know the fear they're putting out with these things. Oprah's name is floating around as she initially would not open the road she owns to allow people to flee. HARP failed, and Oprah is now in the spotlight, and people were spared, but she will not be. Prayers work, and God wins. Thank you, Lord Jesus. And now this isn't the first time Oprah has basically sat back and soaked up the suffering. She's like Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan do the same thing. I'm surprised we haven't heard Harry and Meghan, opening a page on their Archwell and making announcements. Come to us for your catastrophe. We'll help you. We got some food for you from globalist kitchen guy there, whatever his name is again, Jose Andre. Now, this was back in the fires, right? Back when the island burned down, all the properties except the wealthy people like Oprah and Mark Zuckerberg's their properties were fine, but everybody else's homes burned down, it seems. And then Oprah had the idea of having a fundraiser. So here she's saying, oh, here, donate to the People's Fund of Maui. So Oprah actually started a GoFundMe for the people of Maui where their houses burned down. And people jumped on it and said, hey, Oprah, why don't you donate the money? Because we're suffering under severe inflation under Biden at the time. And of course, Biden and his gang, a lot of horror stories you heard about what Biden's FEMA did there. It was said, the government said that they asked for sexual favors to get food and other resources. I mean, it was completely, human rights violations all over this island. And, Hawaii is a beautiful place. And to think of such horrific abuses of people and really heartless demons that live there. I mean, it's, yeah. The most evil people live in the most beautiful places. Like the World Economic Forum is in Geneva, Switzerland, and Oprah and Zuckerberg are in Hawaii. So it's like the most scenic, beautiful places you go, you're going to find the most evil Satanists, in my opinion, from what I've seen. And so there you go. So once again, Oprah has earned herself, she has exposed herself as the evil, evil woman that she is, and couldn't care less about other people. And as an aside, I was going to make a title of this video before I went live. I was putting, I put the word tsunami in the title. I'm like evil Oprah and the tsunami or whatever. And I was not allowed to do a live stream with the word tsunami in the title. Because according to YouTube, they didn't want people raising money or trying to get funds for it. I wasn't trying. I never try to get funding. You guys know me. I never do fundraisers or anything. So that was surprising to me. There was nothing about, I wasn't trying to raise money for Hawaii. It was just, but I guess a lot of people on YouTube start making videos and say, send money to my new tsunami GoFundMe or something. I don't know. It's a shame that has to happen, that it's that bad. That they have to watch out for that happening, Shovel just flipped over. Yeah, so shovel for burying the dead, because Oprah is with the globalists and the whole wanting to kill all of us useless eaters. But yeah, so there's a major panic and fear going on. It's a crisis, and Oprah has the police. It's not only that Oprah kept the gate shut, but she actually had police officers turning against the people in the middle of a crisis and protecting Oprah against us. So let's remember this. This is a very important lesson to be learned from this. What will happen in the moment of crisis anywhere? Who the police are really working for, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, this just goes to show, and this is the same thing. Similar things happen with the fires, right? So it's quite a wake up call. This is the reality of what you're dealing with in a crisis. So, and all the demons are at the top, of course, the most evil Satanists. Why is Oprah so evil? She always acted like she liked people and had her popular shows, but now it's just she's so evil. I mean, trying to make money off of catastrophes like Harry and Meghan, and um, in the middle of a crisis. I mean, it's just a basic, decent thing to do, just let people get to the highest point when a tsunami's coming. I mean, basically, Oprah was saying, yeah, you can all just die. Oh my goodness. What was Oprah thinking? Was she not thinking? Was she high as a kite or something? Or is she just possessed by a demon? I mean, what the hell was she thinking? So I'm going to look at this. I'm going to start with my Mildred Harris cards. It's quite shocking that the behavior of these people, how uncaring, how evil they are. And in the moment of a crisis, their evilness comes out. They act like they're so charitable and this and that, but then disaster is about to strike and their true colors show, right? And I think Harry and Meghan are the same way, quite frankly. You know where not to go for help in a crisis. It's certainly not from people like this. We've got, the comet, like something unexpected coming out of nowhere here. What was Oprah thinking? She's going to be. Did she think everybody was going to die and then no one would ever find out it was her fault? I mean, maybe she thought she'd have plausible deniability. They rely heavily on that. Because I mean, if you imagine if the tsunami had hit and if the island were half buried underwater, like there are videos from Japan that are pretty horrific to look at on Twitter as well. Listen to what can happen. Hi, Lady of the Lake. Hi, Tiger Eye. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just wondering what goes through Oprah Winfrey, Harry and Meghan's friend, Oprah Winfrey. What was going through her? What was she thinking? Was she trying to kill the islanders? Was she, because again, the sirens are going all over the island. Everybody knows a tsunami is coming in the next few hours. I mean, they only had a few hours to prepare, right? You have they had a 4 or 5 hour warning because I guess the earthquake was so far away. They had enough time to at least have that much time to prepare. If it had been closer, they would have had only maybe a few hours or an hour or two to react. And if you look at the videos on Twitter or whatnot, you've got to act quick because that water comes in and it just before you know it, you're just buried underwater. Like it happens fast. Sometimes it looks slow, but it's really actually very quick, powerful. So it's very deadly, very quick, and everything gets washed away. Like the water comes in and everybody's just swept out. Cars, people, buildings, So it's really I suppose, for someone like Oprah, globalists, they probably see it as a great way to clear out the unwashed masses, right? Just have some water come in to swipe everyone away. There's Oprah on her hill because, of course, Oprah's house is way up on the highest point of the island. So she can sit back and just watch everybody get washed away. I mean, wow. And there'd be nobody to tell the tale, right? If the entire island just got washed out, who would ever know, right? Who would ever know that it was her? She didn't let them in, I'm just saying. I mean, wow. Wow. In a crisis moment like that, and that's how she acts. Wow. Oh, there it is. There it is. Ooh, yes. Major evil going on here. And the owl, by the way, is a symbol of the Moloch Satanists, in that what's that place called again in California? They all go to do their worshiping and sacrifices. They have the owl is a representative of as well as the devil. It's a very evil. Water and fire are deadly. Absolutely. Flower. Meghan's nickname there. Ribbon. Trying to look good here. Sun. A lot of publicity on this. Oh, everybody's talking about Oprah. Not opening that door now. Pentacle, money, ear. Listening here. Yeah, so these are the cards I'm getting. I am getting a lot of evil type of cards here behind what's been Oprah was thinking and not allowing people to reach the highest point of the island in the middle of a crisis there. And the first card is the shovel here. And I think of burying the dead with that one. She's trying to bury them all. Oh, but this can also be looked at as uncovering the truth, digging into a situation, doing work. So she was digging in. She was not giving in with the road. She got the police to guard her road, not just private security, not, not just not opening the door. She actually had the Maui police there guarding her street. Wow. I mean, who the hell is Oprah Winfrey that she's so important that gets that type of treatment, right? She's a globalist. The comet is about disaster, turmoil, catastrophe, destruction, bad omen. So she was digging in during a catastrophe. Book, knowledge, research, escaping reality here. So maybe she knew it wasn't going to be so bad. Maybe she had better information than we get, which I don't doubt. Because we were just getting fear mongering. You're all going to die in the next 12 hours, I'm sure Oprah has connections to get better information. Owl. The owl is knowledge, intuition, observing. Also, again, the symbol for the Moloch Satanist crew, which goes along with this card, which is pretty self-explanatory. Let me just look up to see if there's any other keywords. Just evil, nasty, deceit, abuse. Yeah. She was just being nasty and abusive. Wow. Now, yeah, this one is flower, but I don't know if you see in this one, there's a drip of blood that comes from the flower here. Remember this one here? So the flower represents, beauty, kindness, gifts. And this card, the ribbon, happy times, festivities. Symbol of hope. So I'm taking this as she saw this as a good thing. She was happy about this. She was being evil and she was like, yes, they're going to all die. Finally, everyone on the island will die and I'll be the only one here, me and Mark Zuckerberg. So I think she was actually happy about this happening. And many people suspect that this whole thing may have been as a result of the harp and Bohemian Grove. Thank you, Tiger Eye. Thank you. Thank you, Lady of the Lake. Lady of the Lake said it too. You both did. You got it. Bohemian Grove. Thank you. I don't know why I keep forgetting the name of that place. Yes, definitely Bohemian Grove vibes here. And she was just happy to. And the sun is about life and power. So she had the power to watch these people die and prevent them from surviving, and she enjoyed that. That's why I have it next to these cards about, happiness here and festivities here. She was like, yes, I'm getting rid of these useless eaters myself, and no one will ever know. Well, she probably didn't think anyone would ever know. The pentacle represents humanity, some of lifetime choices and material gain. And last but not least, yeah, she wanted everyone to be washed away for sure. I think she loved the idea. Number 9, the ear, hearing news, listening to others, being aware of the situation. So she was listening to humanity there. She knew exactly what was going on, and she decided to be evil, evil, evil in this catastrophe. She dug in and did not want to give access to people to survive because, as far as they knew at that moment of time, survival depended on getting on that road. And Oprah blocked it. Yeah. Hey, Lydia, how are you? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but Oprah tried to block people from reaching a higher elevation. She blocked the road with the police. The police blocked the road in her behalf. Yeah, I'm gonna do tarot reading. See what the hell was that woman thinking? And of course, I'm gonna use the Harry Meghan cards again. What the hell was Oprah thinking? Really? I do get a very evil vibe here, which I always do with this group. They're all Satanists, so always the evil vibe there going on with them. But it really seems like she thought she'd get away with it. I mean, the fact that she got the police to guard her road, she knew what was happening. She knew what was coming. She knew there was a tsunami coming and that they were all going to want to use the road that next to her house. I mean, in an emergency, I don't think you can have a private road like that. That's, especially if people need to get to safety. They've got to have access to higher roads to higher elevations during an emergency. That cannot be blocked. And the fact that the police were actively blocking it lends truth to the story that the police were blocking back in the fires, the Lahaina fires. The police were blocking people from leaving. I heard that. Kind of lends to that. I mean, this is what's going on there. It's very, very evil. And again, it's such a shame because it's such a beautiful island that this kind of evil is going on. Settled there. It's a shame. Yeah. Yeah, Lydia, it is just evil. Oprah just is evil with every catastrophe. The evil ones come out in force. It's like they really like to soak it up. They love suffering. They love people dying. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Lady of the Lake. God isn't happy with California. That did kind of cross my mind when I first heard there was tsunami warning there. God's finally had enough with Gavin Newsom. And Mayor Bass there. It's like, oh, there we go. Yeah, man, they're killing babies, up until birth there. I mean, it's out of control with these Satanists. And I heard they're doing the same thing in the UK. I mean, what's this? Censorship and killing newborns. I mean, this is what's going on with these. It's obvious how satanic these people are. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, hey Lydia, I'm glad you stopped by. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. Yeah, so she's paying the police, exactly. Yeah, I can ask that. I'll ask that question. What was she thinking? Blocking people from and during a crisis, blocking people from reaching higher ground. Is Oprah paying the police? She must be paying the police, right? Paying the police. What was she expecting to happen? I think she was expecting the people to get washed away and there'd be nobody to tell the tale. Amen. But now she's been found out. Now it turns out it wasn't so bad after all, which is shocking because it was an 8.8 earthquake. So that was an act of God. It wasn't that bad with that huge earthquake, a massive earthquake there. Wow. Yeah. How did Oprah see the people? They affect her. People on the island there, because it seems like people like Oprah and Zuckerberg and the rest, they just want to get rid of all the other people on the island, all the natives and everything else. Just get rid of them all. And they just want Hawaii to be their own personal private island. I mean, that's really what it appears they're working towards with all these catastrophes. Seriously. Of course, they do. They would want it for themselves. They want their own Epstein Island type thing. They all want islands. Most evil, evil people, they all want islands where they can do whatever they want and they control the police, right? Mm-hmm. What is Oprah thinking? I can't believe the police did that on her behalf. And the police didn't know what was going to happen. They could have washed away. Man, talk about not caring about others suffering during in the middle of a crisis like that. Wow. All right, let's see. Yeah, she's thinking of ways to get money out of it, right? Like as if she doesn't have enough money. I mean, they all all of her crew have more money than they could spend in several lifetimes. They just want to watch you suffer and hand over $5 for Archie's birthday and Lilibet's christening, right? They just want nickel and dime poor people out of money. I think they just see it as sport for them. How many nickels and dimes can we get from the poor people? Ha ha ha, you know? I mean, they're so evil that they do. I think they really do that for fun. But anyways, back to Oprah and this not letting people use the road to get to higher ground during a crisis. What was she thinking? What was she thinking? Let's see what the cards show. Escape. Yeah, they escaped to the island from the masses. Exactly, Lydia. Because they hate people. They hate, and even the few people on the island they hate. Yeah, she's really pissed now. Exactly. Yeah, people didn't die, so now no doubt she's angry. So as a general, so during the crisis, what was she thinking out here, taking the power away? Sun reversed. Power was in her. You see, I have it reversed, and it puts the wall on top because there's like a wall here blocking. So yeah, she was very happy to block people out, leave them, the women, and all the babies, and everybody die. She didn't care. Oh yeah, see, she was thinking yes, and you see the water behind coming up to get the people. She was like yes, pulling every trick in the book, and loving the idea of everybody just dying, and for her to have a hand in it. She was like, take that. So yeah, she thought she was being a bully. She was being really a nasty piece of evil work there. She had the power to block people from reaching safety, and she took it. She took the power and said, "Time for you to die." Oh, just like she said about all the white men, right? Remember, she claimed to be a victim of racism, which I don't believe, and she said, "All these evil, all these old white people, they just need to die." Said Oprah. Oprah's right here. This is Oprah right here on top. Yeah, she's worse. Yeah, she's worse than the landed gentry used to be in the UK. Yeah, she's just as bad, if not worse. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Lydia. Remember when the Sussex Squad would say that? Raise money for Archie's birthday, raising money, you know. Then they did the raise money for Thomas Markle. I'm just saying, all this. I've never done that, and I never would either. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, so this is another sort of spiritual card, one of silence. She has been very quiet, but this is all over social media, so she's not escaping it. But I also get kind of a spell work kind of thing because with Oprah, you know, she is very much a witch, Satanist witch. So she was probably doing ceremonies. I mean, all right. So the Satanists, they benefit, they get power when people die, right? It's just like, you know, they say in Hollywood, if you're gonna they're gonna make you famous, to Moloch you have to make a sacrifice of a family member. So they said, I'm sure you've heard this again and again, that there's always going to be sacrifice. They get empowered from death. So that's why Harry and Meghan constantly bring up Princess Diana, Princess Diana, Princess Diana, because they're somehow getting evil power from her, the essence of her death. And Oprah, I think, was planning on getting a lot of power from the deaths of people on the island somehow. That's what I get here with this, with the evilness and the spell work. She was probably doing some kind of voodoo, sensory or something to boost herself with power from this. Yeah. The bottom of it all, oh, 10 of Cups reversed. So this is extreme unhappiness in the community. Of course, Bright would be very, very happy. Reversed, naturally, you're talking about extreme unhappiness. And of course, she couldn't care less. She wanted the community to be unhappy. She, just like Harry and Meghan, she revels in the misery. She loves catastrophe and you know, giving people, a little something and acting like she's so charitable, etc. So take advantage of these types of crises. It's what she's all about. So she wanted to make it worse, not better, to take advantage of that. Plus, she just hates the community and she hates people. This is everyone here. It's a community card and it's cups, and it just shows that she just really doesn't. She hates humanity. Is the bottom line. She hates people. Yeah. So because she's evil, they're all like that. The evil ones. Now, did she pay the police? Oh yes, yes, because she's a criminal. And I look at this as, she got the police. These are like the police lined up behind her, blocking her road. And she's doing the see no evil, hear no evil thing. She turned her back on people. And yeah, it's upright. I'm getting a yes from that she did pay the police to block her streets. Because you see in this in this card, there's a little, I don't know if you can see it on my version of it, but there's a little castle up there up on the hill. So this is actually a card that is a very good representation of things, because you get the house way up here on the high ground, you have this castle, and then you've got this blockage, this block here preventing people, and she's pretending like, I didn't see anything, I didn't know anything. So that had there been a huge tsunami that wiped out half the island, she'd be up there on her high ground there and acting like, oh, it just happened so fast, nobody saw it coming. She would not, this story would never have gotten out, right? Probably would never have gotten out. Hmm. um yeah, but it didn't happen that fast. So what she's expecting from this, was she expecting King of Wands? Not. So again, the media, using this in the media, portraying herself and abusing people using the media. I'm surprised she didn't come out with a video yet, raising money for it like she did last time. But I guess she got so much backlash last time. But of course, she was planning on using this as a victim narrative for herself. For her, she was in Hawaii when that happened. It was, she was going to use and abuse this for her own self promotion. Hmm. Yeah. She'd probably have a Netflix show about it or something. Oprah and the tsunami. Yeah, so she's definitely going to use this for herself, promote herself somehow. So what was she afraid of or not want from all of this? Oh, Queen of Swords. Yeah, so she did not want people to know the truth or to find out the truth. I don't know if there's a particular woman she doesn't like and she doesn't want finding out about this, but she certainly didn't want the truth getting out here, the reporters finding out, anyone talking about it, knowing what happened. So things really backfired on her, because turns out the tsunami never happened. So you get this huge, people were expecting a huge tsunami, and oops, it just didn't happen. So now, so she thought she was going to get away with this. Yeah. And what was she hoping for? What was she hoping for? Oh, there we go. There we go with the fundraisers. Hi, everyone. It's Oprah. I'm sure you've heard the entire island's been wiped out. Send money here to help me and help Hawaiians, build back better. So yeah, she was looking to do the fundraising again. I'm sure Harry and Meghan would have joined in as well. So yeah, she was, making a huge amount because it's a minor arcana, but she was going to use and abuse this event to portray herself. Yeah, and that's what evil people do. They try to portray themselves as saints, and they're just helping everyone. They're so wonderful, do so much for the community. When in reality, she was letting the community die. Thank you, Tiger Eye. Thank you. Like the Queen's picture I did here, the painting I did. It's watercolor painting I did a while ago. I should do a whole deck just watercolor. Maybe I'll do that next time. Probably be a different topic though. Hey, it's like a Harry and Meghan. But so Oprah did this. She knew what she was doing. She hates the community. She loved being nasty, and she paid off the police. So how did Oprah see the people? How does she see the people? Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, how does Oprah see the people that live with her on the island of Hawaii? And look what I get. Need I say more? This is what she wanted for the people of Hawaii. And in this card, you got the water back here, and of course, it's overkill. It's just killing everybody and killing a massive number. 10 is a finality, and I get the 10 of Swords reversed, the 10 of Cups reversed. She wanted to a grand finale here of destruction of the people. She wanted them all to die. She's like, they're better off dead. And those that didn't die from the jabbies, she wanted to see them die in a tsunami. Finish the job there. Yeah. So she wanted people to die for sure. It's not so surprising because she is a Satanist, and that is what demonically possessed Satanists hate humanity. So, yeah. Yeah, Lady of the Lake. I think Harry and Meghan will pop up soon. Thank you, Tiger Eye. Thank you. I try. I try. So, yeah. So, Oprah's looking pretty bad here, pretty demonic. Swords and swords and swords, how nasty and conniving. These Satanists, it's not just enough to kill, they want to orchestrate it all and then lie about it and deceive people and portray themselves as as if they're saints. This is typical of them because they love deceiving people. And so making some money with the fundraising again was part of it, keeping the truth out. By the way, I've been yeah, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. Yeah, but she wanted people dead for sure. That's what she wanted for the people of Hawaii. Stay far away from Oprah. She just wants you all dead, man, for sure. Yeah, glad it failed. Exactly. An act of God. I'm telling you. So everybody else is saying the same thing. This was an act of God because they were fear mongering. They were going to get, the island was going to be wiped out pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, well, let's see. What's she gonna do next? What's she gonna do next? Oh my God, I got the devil card reversed. Well, she's gonna be up to a lot more evil. Look out. She's certainly not done. She's pissed. Her spell work didn't work. So I see some secretive, her evil cabal here working together to take away, destroy, and upset people as much as possible. Like I said, this week has been unbelievable, right? With the first we have the shooter, and the next day we've got a tsunami. I mean, and a lot of this, like people say, earthquakes can be created artificially from HARP machines. And obviously, that shooter was, he appeared like very much similar to other MK Ultra people. So the whole thing could be just the globalists like Oprah Winfrey behind it, all orchestrated by evil Satanists. But yeah, I'm getting a double devil here and a Moloch. You know what I mean? I'm getting like evil, 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 evil. Without a doubt, Satanists, Oprah Winfrey, no doubt about it. Major evil here. Yeah. Major bully, major nasty bully. She's evil, nasty bully who was glad to see people die. She wanted people to die. Because in this card, this guy is watching people suffering and crying, and this person's gonna smile on their face, like, yeah, go ahead, cry, cry, and die. That was Oprah that day when she was blocking people from the road. She did want them to die. She was enjoying that. And in the long term, what's she gonna do about it? Two of Wands. So I see her, trying to censor people off social media, but definitely working on trying to work her way out of this because now she looks horrible right now. Her evil self has been exposed. So now she's going to probably team up with her PR like Meghan Markle does and try to figure out a way to change the topic, maybe a distraction. She may come out with another story to distract from this one or something. Or she could team up with Harry and Meghan. I don't know. It's possible, but I see her teaming up with someone here and trying. This is like Oprah in Hawaii, like seeing all the comments on Twitter and people talking about her, blocking them out, and she's trying to get rid of it. Like delete that. I mean, I had to look up tsunami to get those tweets. When I first opened Twitter, those tweets didn't just pop up, right? Normally, and of course, it was such a crisis last night. I was shocked. I'm like, where's the tsunami tweets? So there are ways to censor and to not only censor but shadow ban and suppress. So I think she's definitely suppressing tweets. Like you have to look for it. You have to do a search on Tsunami to find it. So there's all this kind of shenanigans going on. And like I said, I couldn't start this live with Tsunami in the title because they were afraid I was going to fundraise or something. So there's a lot of like hidden surreptitious censoring going on, and it continues. And Oprah is doing that. I see like her doing surreptitious censoring of posts and stories about her. Yeah, and her evilness. Oprah's evilness has been exposed right here. Devil, devil, devil. Yeah. She did not like people finding out, but she definitely, wants everyone dead. I'll tell you, she wanted them to die. Oh, she was looking forward to that. She was looking forward to that. Wow. She's been disappointed. She has been disappointed. Yeah. So there you have it. That is what I see with the what Oprah Winfrey was thinking when she blocked the road in the middle of a crisis. So I hope you found this interesting. So please like and subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It's great seeing you. And until next time, take care, everyone. Bye bye.